From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
Well, hopefully we can fix that weather. This is a shot from Linda. Craig was mentioning a little bit. We'd love to get your pictures coming in. The snow and a cardinal showing up there. And again, a lot of great pictures we ended up having come across the area. We also had a lot of snow earlier today going on in Kansas. It was dry snow, so it wasn't very exciting snow, but it was enough to cause some travel issues along Interstate 70 for folks that might have been lucky enough to go snow skiing instead of freezing to death here. But as the snow's been moving south and east, it just kind of has fallen apart. And there's a few flurries right now, but that's about it. Our temperatures are now single digits across the northern areas. And I mentioned a little bit ago, didn't take long to get there when you only get up to 14. Good grief. Down along the Red River, we're sitting at 14 in Ardmore and Durant with 15 coming in around the Idabel area. And of course, we know, and if you've been watching, you've seen just how big of a cold air mass this is. It is amazing. 12 below right now in Colby, Kansas, 2 below in Dodge City, 1 in Kansas City. You can see it's just excessively cold, and it goes all the way to the south. Dallas was in the low to mid 20s most of the afternoon, and that cold air stretches now well through the Gulf, and it's just gone through New Orleans. New Orleans was hanging around 60 for a while. About 4 o'clock, they dropped in the 50s. Now they're into the 30s, so they're right on that edge. Atlanta is just right there as well. You see, we have to get down to Florida to actually be okay. And Phoenix has recovered from some really, really cold weather that kind of kicked off this whole event, and it is super cold. So when does this get out of here? The newest data continues to show tomorrow is a rough day. Now remember, with Arctic air, it's cold, it's more dense, and it's harder to scrape out. I've dropped some of the temperatures on Wednesday and Thursday a little bit because it's just not easy to get that out of here. So Wednesday will improve and should be above freezing, and Thursday will be above freezing. But on Thursday, there is a system coming through, and it's going to squeeze just enough moisture. Could be a little issue on Thursday morning in the area, so we're going to have to watch that. And we've added a slight chance of some light freezing precipitation possibly, especially here from Tulsa north and east. And then right as that system goes away, it pops back in some cold air. So it's going to be cold again Thursday night and Friday and Saturday. Then finally on Sunday, we start to scour out some of this really cold air, and we go to a more seasonal type of event, which is, I hate to say balmy, but compared to where we're at, it basically is upper 40s to near 50. Unfortunately, also, we could have some freezing rain or winter mix first on Monday morning, and then Monday afternoon, we have a conveyor belt of moisture for a while that could cause a really wet, cold beginning to next week. So a lot of things still happening, and obviously one thing that's happening that hasn't gone away, it's cold. 8 degrees, wind chill, -7. Cold wind is going to blow most of the night tonight. And our dew point is excessively low, which means it's just bone dry. Everything's static, cling, and static. You touch anything, get a static charge. Hair's frizzy all over, and that's all because of the weather. A few flurries showing up on radar across southern Rogers County. And again, it's just cold. And with that north wind tonight, our wind chills remain -10, -15. So we have a wind chill advisory overnight. Actual temperatures will be down below 0, and that's the heart of Tulsa at 0. Most of us in the suburbs and areas surrounding downtown will most likely be around -1 to -3, and that would break a record again. As far as highs, we're dropping them a little bit. Unfortunately, we had 23. We're now down to 20, 21 if we're lucky around Tulsa. A little bit warmer south and west if you want to call 23 warmer. And then as we have Wednesday morning, still another cold start Wednesday morning, and we're recycling some of that cold air, so we're just not going to be quite as warm. I think we'll be in the mid-30s, maybe upper 30s. And then Thursday, we have a front coming through. That'll knock our temperatures back down to some seriously cold temperatures. Again, we'll be back below freezing for like about 48 hours or so, maybe a little bit longer as we go into Friday and Saturday. Precipitation probabilities are very slim. Flurries tonight, and maybe a few passing areas of that on into Thursday with the system. And then next week, we start to see rain. Cold rain could start out as sleet or freezing rain. Forecast, 0 in the morning. How often do we show that? Not very often, thankfully. As far as the daytime temperatures, we're not looking very good. 15. And then as we look on into 4 o'clock, we're talking about temperatures that'll be right around about 20 if we're lucky. And we extend the forecast out. We're talking about temperatures will be generally ranging in the 30s. And then you see that cold snap coming again, and that is going to be awfully cold. So just be advised, it isn't going to be too pretty coming up. So no temperatures in the 60s the way it's looking, or 60s like I want, the way it's looking.
All right. Thank you, sir.